Welcome back to another algebra skills video. This time we'll be talking about the absolute value and its applications in solving absolute value equations and absolute value inequalities. The absolute value of a number is just the distance from 0 that we are along a number line. If we imagine a number line written out here with 0 right in the middle, the absolute value of a number a is just the distance from a to 0. The absolute value of a negative number b is just the distance from that number to 0. And importantly, this is always a positive quantity. We can write this out in an equation form in that the absolute value of x is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0, and negative x if x is already negative. What this means is that the absolute value of any number will always be a positive number. For the most part, we can just think of the absolute value then as an operation that gets rid of negative signs. Let's do a couple examples. If we imagine the absolute value of negative 7 on a number line, 0 is right in the middle, negative 7 is right over here, then the absolute value of negative 7 is just the distance from negative 7 to 0 along the number line. Negative 7 is 7 units away from 0, and so we can write that the absolute value of negative 7 is 7. Similarly, the absolute value of 3 minus 7, well, we can do the math inside of the absolute value, giving us the absolute value of negative 4. And once again, that's just the distance from negative 4 to 0 along a number line. However, it's usually easier to just think of this as getting rid of the negative sign, meaning we can do this math without writing any number lines at all. When we're simplifying 2 times the absolute value of negative 3 plus 6 times the absolute value of 1, we can just evaluate the absolute value of negative 3 and the absolute value of 1, giving us 2 times positive 3, since the absolute value of minus 3 just drops the minus sign. And then the absolute value of positive 1, well, that's just positive 1. This whole equation just becomes 6 plus 6 is 12.